Hello everyone, glad to be back. Today is 5th of February. Now it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon Moscow time. I'm Levan Gudadze and this is a new episode of Headlines, short summary of the news that I will discuss during the second update on my Patreon page. And let's go through the headlines now in no particular order. So main news for this moment in Russian media is that Georgian secret services, Georgian security services, detained a car that was moving from Odessa, from Kiev-controlled Odessa, through Bulgaria, then through Romania, then Bulgaria, Turkey, and then entered Georgia. And in this car, there was explosive materials and detonators, and there are plenty of details about this situation. But Georgian secret services made statements about it and named organizers of all this stuff. And the final destination of this car was Russian Federation, Voronezh city. So headline is that explosives sent from Ukraine for terrorist attacks in Russia ceased in Georgia. I did share a little bit more details about this, and all the media outlets are, of course, reporting on this topic. Also, headline from RIA Novosti that Russian ambassador is summoned in France, and the French Foreign Ministry will most likely will protest about recent neutralization of French mercenaries in Ukraine. According to media, this is a major topic. Also interesting news that India sends its attack submarine to Sri Lanka, also known as Ceylon Island, not far away from India. And this is, according to media, is a move in New Delhi's move to counter China. And of course, this news is related with the recent escalation between India and Maldives. Of course, all the details in the second update. As you can see, weather is not too bad, not too bad, but still, of course, cold. It's Russia, Moscow region, after all, and snowing right now quite heavily. But anyway, let's continue. German, according to New York Times, by the way, German leadership is in almost panic mode because they fear that if Trump will become president of US, NATO will not survive this. I don't know why European political leadership is panicking that much about Trump's presidency. Trump never said during his first term that he is for he is supporting to just dissolve NATO. All he was demanding from European members of NATO to increase their fundings because Trump is not happy that US is paying for almost everyone there, which is quite understandable, by the way. If I was US citizen, I wouldn't be happy either with such a development. And by the way, Trump also made a statement that he still demands that NATO should increase, NATO member states in Europe should increase their defense spendings, including for NATO. Also, by the way, a report from RIA Novosti that Russian air defense system shut down Ukrainian drone over the Bryansk region. Government of Kazakhstan resigned, and President of Kazakhstan accepted resignation of the government, and basically he did not yet appointed new prime minister. He did not mention new prime minister's name, but well, all the media outlets now are guessing what is going on in Kazakhstan, because this government was appointed not so long ago. Maybe it has something to do with the somewhat deteriorating relationships recently between Kazakhstan and Russia, between Kazakhstan and China. I don't know. We will learn some more about this topic, obviously. Also, by the way, TASS News Agency's report, which is based on a statement of Igor Kamakovsky, who is advisor of the head of DPR, as I know. And according to him, Kiev regime deployed its Patriot air defense systems into the Kiev-controlled areas of Donetsk People's Republic, which may be an indicator that, well, Kiev regime may try to shut down planes on Russian soil once again. Musk, by the way, condemns idea of banning Tucker Carlson from coming back to US if he interviews Putin. Well, these neolibs definitely went into full-scale meltdown over this topic of Tucker Carlson interviewing Putin. Not just neocons, but I guess just about everybody in this camp of extreme Russophobes. And well, too bad for them, because most likely Carlson will interview Putin. But yet again, here in Russia, we don't really have additional information. He was invited in one of the TV shows, as far as I know, and he was asked. That show was not yet aired on TV, but in other instance, he was asked about possibility that he will take interview with Putin. He did not say much, really. But, well, we all can have informed guess that most likely he will have an interview with Putin. Also, interesting news that Russian internet giant completes $5 billion divorce. We are talking about Yandex. Yandex is also called as a Russian Google, biggest search engine in Russia, and one of the biggest IT companies. Of course, all the details about all of this information in the second update. Trump, by the way, doubled down on his recent statements about deportations. So he is very principled on this topic, and if he will become president of US, most likely there will be mass deportations of illegal immigrants from the US. And finally, European Union and the World Bank sign agreement on 500 million euro worth of investments for Ukraine. So another 500 million, at least formally, is going towards pockets of corrupt officials in Ukraine and the corrupt officials in the EU bureaucracy, which is not really surprising at this point, especially after a few days ago, EU member states agreed to allocate 50 billion euro for Ukraine for next 4 years. And this is it for this short update. As I said, all the details in my Patreon page, and hopefully by making these short summaries, I will manage to generate additional interest among members of our community towards my Patreon, because it's one of the major lifelines for our project, like supporters through Buy Me a Coffee and PayPal, of course. This is it for now. Have a great day and take care. And I remind you, if I may, that today, 9 o'clock evening time, 9 p.m. Moscow time, I will have a live stream on my Rumble channel, which will feature Telegram reports program. If you will have time, please join the live stream. Bye for now.